We're at the Hale Springs Inn. This is Rogersville's most historic structure and biggest tourist attraction. But it's been about 12 years since the latest renovation, hasn't it? About
Yes.
2009. But it's in need of a little bit of a touch-up.
Right, and this time around, we're going to repoint all the brick. When you shoot your camera up that way, you'll see where there's some cracks, some bricks that are losing their face. There's quite a few places along here. Just trying to get a little bit of water infiltration. So we're going to go around with a historical mortar mixture, because you can't use the modern on these type of brick. And we're going to repoint the entire outside of the building.
Okay. So when you say water infiltration, is that having any kind of effect on the interior?
It's come through a little bit in the rooms. It just made some water stains. Once we get it sealed up, it'll be fine.
Okay. All right, so these bricks, these are Antebellum bricks. These are original bricks, right?
These are original bricks.
Right.
And you can see that they are really soft. The face is coming off of them here. And when we repoint it, we cannot repoint it with modern mortar because these bricks are so soft. As they expand and contract, if we use modern mortar, which is harder, it would actually break the brick out. So we have to use the same mortar they used in 1824, which is a lot softer, so that it doesn't do that.
Okay. So when was the last time this was repointed?
Like I say, we did some of it
Late 2009?
2009,
yeah,
but not the whole building.
Right. Most of the 2009 renovation was interior. Bottom.
And the second part of our project is going to be working on the entry floor.
And what's going on there?
I can show you for that.
Oh, okay, let's go. Looks like somebody. Oh, it must have just rained on there. Yeah, that's the noise. The noise is an issue too. How about if I get over here and shoot you from right here? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, we're having some issues with this floor. If you look down this way, you can see where the floor has dropped down probably a good inch or so. And we're starting to get some rot over here. There's a moisture problem underneath. So what we're going to, and there's also there's two beams that are rotted and floor joists that are rotted. So we're going to pull up this section of floor right here. We'll pour some new footers, new supports, rebuild the beams and the floor joists. Put a vapor barrier down to keep that moisture level down, so it's not coming up here and rotting out the joist and the floor anymore.
Is that moisture associated with the problem you're having with the bricks, or is that a separate issue?
It's a little bit of mixture of both, but mainly it's just there's no vapor barrier underneath, so just the moisture in the ground just comes up.
Okay. And so do you have a timeline for when this project begins?
I've talked to the contractor. We're probably going to start sometime in the next week or so.
Oh, on this part or on the outside?
Well, both.
Okay. And so I imagine with the entrance being torn up, that's going to be an issue with the restaurant.
The inn's going to stay open. We have an entrance in the back, and I think we're going to open the other door in this other dining room. So you'll still be able to, we'll still keep it open.
Okay.
We'll just close off this section right here.
Okay. And has there been a cost estimate on what this project is?
There is, but the original cost estimate was not taking this floor up, which means they were going to have to take all the materials, concrete, tools, everything, through a very small crawl space the entire length of this building. So the labor would have been hugely intensive. So at that number, they said it'd be roughly $27,000. But taking the floor up, I think we should be able to cut that down by at least knock a third of that off.
Oh, okay. So are you going to be able to preserve this wood? Is this?
Oh, absolutely. This is original flooring, and we will preserve it. We'll be putting it right back down again.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're talking about the proposed facade grant. What is that going to?
Right, and if we do get the facade grant, we're going to have to get some quotes on it yet. But we need to rebuild the portico, which is the porch that sticks off the front of the inn, hangs over on the main street, and see if we can't do something with the replace the windows. Okay. Because they're getting in really bad shape.
Okay. What's wrong with the portico?
It's got 12 years on it. The railing's starting to rot. There's a little bit of leaking going on. So we need to get that fixed.
So is it going to be completely removed?
No, we're going to rebuild what's there.
Oh, I see. Okay, so the columns and everything won't be taken down?
No, the railing up there will probably be all taken down because it's rotted pretty bad.
Okay, and then windows. When I hear the word windows, I think cha-ching, that's expensive.
Yes, and we haven't had a quote yet, but when we do, we'll see how many we can get done. Hopefully we can at least get at the front of the building done.
So what's wrong with the windows?
They're not originals, of course. They're not a couple hundred years old. but they have been there since Farnell and Brown put them in. They definitely have a lot of rot, and so they need to be replaced.
So that's 1980 renovation.
Yes.
So that they're over 40 years old.
Over 40 years old.
Yeah. Okay. And so you're talking about the trim and stuff like that.
Yes.
Is rotting.
Yeah. If you look real close, I'm sure you'll go out and take pictures. Some of the sills are rotted. We'll have to replace all that. You can see here where the windows are all rotted.
Yeah.
So we're going to just have. There's no way to repair that. We'll have to replace it.
Okay. And that's not historically significant. These windows aren't.
No, matter of fact, this one is probably in the 90s because I remember when a car drove through this window.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So the facade grant addresses the portico and the windows, and then where is the money coming from for the entrance and the brick?
Okay, that we did not get a grant for that, but it needs to be done now. So we're going to be using the money that comes for the Heritage Association and memberships and our fundraisers. That's what that money is going to be used for. Is to repair the inn.
So anyone who wants to contribute to the preservation of this facility should contribute to the Heritage Association.
Absolutely. We would really like to have people to join the Heritage Association. I feel strongly about what we do.
Do you have to be a Rogersville citizen resident?
We do not. We have lots of folks who live in other states who are members of the Rogersville Heritage Association.
So how do you become a member?
You have to talk to my wife, who's the executive director, and you can just contact the Rogersville Heritage Association, and she'll send you a form.
Okay. All right.